Hey guys, we're here at the Umarex booth at SHOT Show Range Day. We're gonna shoot the Hammer again. Now I've heard some news. This is pretty certain it's coming out this year, so we're excited to see what the final version should look like. But we're about ready to sit down, take a couple shots with this thing. They're just airing it up, but we've got some really cool things to talk about: the barrel, the polymers, all the things that are going into this gun, and they're still looking to hit that $799 price point. This is pretty exciting. This is really what we're come here for, is to see this and see the evolution of what you should be able to buy later on this year. Let's go take a look. Now you've been lead on this from the beginning, right? Or they brought you in
They brought me in about halfway, and I've been the lead on it for about a year plus. Okay,
so tell me, this is what I was told. This is probably what's going to come out shortly. This is the final sort of ready to go version.
Is the production model.
Okay,
it's one of our test guns. We have about 15 or so test guns that we built off the production pieces, and this is one of those.
Okay.
So everything's been working pretty good. A few little tweaks here and there, but it's not that much.
From last year to this year, what's changed?
From last year to this year, basically what's changed, I guess you can see, is the color changed a little bit. We actually went with a darker green. We have a safety option that goes right here in the back that we're calling a hammer block.
Okay.
Basically, if you cock the gun and put the hammer block in, the hammer can't fall. There's nothing you can do to make the hammer fall.
Perfect.
If you put it in before it's cocked, the gun cannot be cocked. So basically that makes it where the gun can't, be fired.
You don't want an accidental discharge with this gun.
We've also put a safety in it, the magazine. So the magazine must be inserted in the gun before the gun can actually fire. There's a little spring plate down here in the bottom that moves up and down, and it actually makes it where it can't fire unless the mag is inserted fully in the gun. So the reason we did that was we don't want someone to fire the gun without a mag and air coming out.
Sure.
Besides, we want it to be really safe, and no matter if you have a bullet in it or not, if there's an AD, whatever the case is, the air goes out the barrel. And the barrel should always be in a safe direction. So, so that's the reason we put that in there. We've just refined a lot of the parts inside the gun just to make them a little bit better, a little smoother. But other than that, that's really about all the changes.
Now this is going to be built in the plant in Arkansas, is that correct?
Arkansas, correct.
So this is being built locally,
correct,
with mostly domestic parts, correct?
Everything you can touch and put your hands on is made in the United States of America. All the plastics are actually made in Fort Smith also. They're made at a plant right up the road from us, which is really cool. The grips are Magpul, they're made in the United States. Air tank, it's made in Ohio. The regulators, it's made in Illinois. So most of these parts are, all our valve components, all the components we have are made locally in Arkansas, so I can literally drive to them and look at the engineering changes that we need.
Well, that's great. Now I know this has been a long time coming.
It has.
But one of the things I've told viewers, it's better to have it right when it comes out than to just rush something and have it not be right.
So Richard, our president, he said, the first thing we want is to be safe.
Yeah.
He said we want a safe gun, and then accuracy comes after that.
Yeah.
And then everything else kind of falls in line. But so that was something we really wanted, was a safe gun. We've actually moved away from the receiver. Now we're making it's actually a forged, fully machined receiver.
That's awesome.
So the upper and lower receiver, which you can't really see it because it's back in here, but it's all fully forged, one stamp forged and then machined out. 66 aluminum.
Yes, so high grade aluminum.
It is, it actually is, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's shoot it. Let's see if it shoots any different than last year.
Let's make sure it's got air in it.
Okay.
4,500, it's on the other side. Yeah, we're good. We're close enough. It's cold.
Okay, yeah. And this is your new optics for this year, correct?
This is the Axiom 4 to 16 by 44.
Yep.
This is our newest optic.
I just shot this on the 25 Gauntlet and did a video for Pyramid Air with this, and it is a really nice optic.
It's the same one that we call our Gauntlet scope.
Yeah.
It's kind of made for that, but we've tailored it over and put it on here.
Yeah. It's a nice, clean, simple, but effective optic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see how she shoots.
All right. So I don't know if it's not loaded. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this bolt halfway back. It's got a button. You depress the button, you pull out the mag.
Okay.
So it works really smooth and really nice.
Okay. This is what we're shooting, guys.
This is our ammo too. This ammo is what we call the SLA.
Okay.
SLA ammo is 350 grain hollow point. We're going to offer this in a 275 grain, a 350 grain, and a 550 grain. The smaller weights will be hollow point and.
Okay. Do I push something to?
No. You just there's a little dovetail. You put it right there. It slides right in and pops
Perfect.
in. So let's make sure it's on safe. Cock the gun. Slide the bolt all the way forward.
And we're ready to go.
You're hot. It's on. Right now it's on safe. So you gotta push it all the way to fire. Make sure it's all the way pushed forward to fire. Here. All right.
Just like that.
So that's the first shot.
Yep. Pull it back hard.
No, it's not that hard. It's about a 2-pound pull. So actually, that's it.
Okay, so it was a little bit stiffer last year. You had to work a little bit more.
Tighten up the parts. You know, we made everything a little bit more production already,
Yep.
I guess you could say. You just got to make sure the bolt's all the way forward.
Yep.
Which I'm pretty sure it is.
See if I can hit that little spinner. That was awesome.
We had it preset to 4,500. Smash it, you can hit it. And then that's it. And it bleeds itself. You unplug it, you're ready to go.
Awesome.
So we're going to pull this halfway back. Like I said, push the button, take it out. All the way in. Cock the bolt back all the way. Push it forward. And make sure the bolt goes all the way forward. It's got a little click, a little detent there.
All right.
That was something that we also had.
All right, guys, so we just had the chance to shoot what should be the production model of the new Umarex Hammer. This has really come a long way. I mean, I remember seeing the very first prototype, and then I've seen the evolution year after year where they've improved it and improved it. What I'm told is this is what should be available very soon. They've upgraded so many parts on this. It's lighter, it feels sturdier, it shoots more smoothly. I didn't think the recoil was quite as bad as it was like the first day. Forgive the wind, guys, it's crazy here today. But if this hits the market like they're saying, this thing is going to be just amazing for the US airgun market. Big boy air gunners, this is probably going to be what you want to get for one of your next air guns. Just awesome. Excited to be here and get the chance to see what we should have in our hands, hopefully this year. Guys, we're going to hit some more stuff up. Stay with us. But guys, we are here still at the Umarex booth, and they had a bunch of new guns this year. We got to see the production version of the Hammer. We've already been shooting the Gauntlet 25, so we skipped that. This is new for this year. This is a Ruger 1022 replica. We're gonna go through this just a little bit today. So the way this one runs, it's a CO2 gun. And in the back here, there it is, you have two CO2s that slide up in here, and then you've got the charging handle built right in. This kind of stuff is cool because I've lost so many of these stinking Allen wrenches. So now that we got this back in there, it's all charged up. We have a 10-shot magazine inside the gun here. You pull that, it slides right out. Now you can drop these magazines in, and you will be able to get extra mags. So once you've got that, go ahead and drop it in the gun. You can cock it. And you can double action, or if you want a single action. So you can 10 shots, I believe. Double action, single action. What really surprised me when I picked this up is the weight. You know, some other guns that are similar to this just felt really plasticky and cheap. This doesn't. It actually feels really nice and has some good weight to it. It's got some sling mounts if you want to go ahead and sling it just for fun and authenticity. But a pretty nice little rifle. It does not come with a rail, but it's tapped just like a standard Ruger 1022 would be, and so it will take aftermarket rails. It's got the flip-up sights just like your Ruger 1022. So as far as the replica action sort of goes, this is a very nice new product from Umarex. All right, guys, we're here at the Umarex booth, and I ran into my buddy Ray. How you doing, Ray?
Good, Rick.
And Ray's with Ninja. Now, I've worked with him for years now, and I got something, I'm hiding it, Ray.
I understand.
This is your typical Gauntlet bottle.
Yep.
Okay. Now, this is what you normally would get your Gauntlet, 22, 177, 25. And you guys create the regs for these, and you can get the regs sort of custom built if you want. But let's say you wanted to take your 22, more power, and still keep all the shots.
Or better.
Or take the 25 and give lots of power and get more shots.
Absolutely.
Well, then you need something like this.
The 22 cubic inch.
All right, so that's what you have. This takes the same regs, and it's a drop-in part.
Yep.
Now, here's the thing, is that because this is higher pressure, you can't have this full and screw it in.
Screw it in.
But you can screw it in empty and then fill your gun, and this just drops right into the Gauntlet. So this is an easy user upgrade. You can get this power to any power you want, up to what pressure, like 21?
Up to 22, 2300 we've been hearing with the 25 caliber. Really great results on the feet per second.
I mean, you're going from 1900 to 2300. That would be pretty ridiculous in the power output. Really
Absolutely.
Changes the dynamics of the gun.
All depends on the power you're looking for, the grain, and the purpose, what you're trying to hunt and what you're trying to shoot at.
So if you want to go a lot of shots, you put this in, you put I don't know, your 15, 1800.
Absolutely.
But if you want to go a lot of power, you just change the reg.
Absolutely. And it's for, like you said, all the calibers, 177, 22, 25, but you get more shots, which is important.
The other thing you're doing is you're helping people facilitate filling their guns more easily. And you've got the setup over here. And I don't know if it makes sense for us to kind of walk around and go around the backside.
We can. This is a full setup over here that you're gonna see. It's more made for like a store stationary setup, but we break that down in different components that you can
let's just real quick, let's take a quick walk because they're shooting, but we'll go around here. Okay, so what you've done is, let's say you don't want to buy a compressor, but you have access to tanks. Like a lot of times you can get nitrogen, for example.
Well, the 6,000 PSI nitro tanks or even 4,500 PSI carbon fiber air tanks, they're available virtually anywhere. All your welding supply shops are going to have them. So you can get one of these, lease, and drop it in your garage and then use that to refill. And
then you have an adapter here.
Yep.
Then actually this kit here if you're like at home, you can take this and that'll screw right into the bottle.
Directly onto the bottle.
Right.
Regulate it down to what you want, whether you're shooting at 3,000 PSI Gauntlet, something at 3,600 or even 4,500, because it's a regulator and a fill station.
Yeah, because I actually have these. This is where you set your regulated power. You turn the knob, it fills, you back out the knob, it bleeds.
Absolutely.
So that little thing is cool. And then you've added this for like a professional shop.
What we did here was make it something a little bit easier. It's a push button fill system. So instead of turning the knob, all you do is push the button and air will come out. So now I just push and I let go and it fills. So if I wanted to, I could actually push that down, fill it, release it, let it go. So it's a quick, easy solution.
And all of your stuff, the other thing I want to talk about from a safety perspective is in here, you can't hear it because of the wind. Maybe you can. Okay, there's a fill restrictor in here. So these won't whip.
Yeah, absolutely. At 3,000 PSI, I think we've all seen it where it comes out like a snake. Nice part is you can see that 3,000 PSI. Yeah, it'll hiss. Yeah, it may move, but it's not going to come at you.
It's not going to whip. So it's super safe. It's like a restricted fill. So that's all of those things are what I fill tanks all the time. I've actually had them pop off because I didn't pay attention and get them clipped. Crack my knuckles. That's no fun. You don't want that. You want to make sure you get a good solid connection.
Absolutely. Safety's got to be the #1 priority.
So you guys are doing a lot to make it easier for air gunners to actually fill their bottles. And this is awesome.
I think so. I think that's a game changer there. You got more volume, same platform, so it still fits in the stock. It's not that much heavier. You still have a good shooting platform with, and you're going to get way more shots out of it.
This is great. Ray, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Hey guys, we're here at the Umarex booth with Aiden. Aiden, is that right?
That's right, you said
All right, man.
That's funny because I watch your shows all the time. I go back like, what's he doing today? Let's see what Rick's got thrown up. So, good reviews.
I got a lot going on. Appreciate that. We're here to talk about what's new at Umarex. And of course, we've had some things that we've been waiting for. And we're going to get to those things, but you wanted to talk about the Gauntlet, which is not that new, but we do have the 25.
The 25 caliber's out, so it's a lot bigger. You're running.
Yeah.
25 caliber, you can do 25 grains. I like it because it gives you a lot more mass.
Right.
The beautiful thing about the Gauntlet series is the fact that you are $299, 17, 22, and 25 caliber.
Right.
You can't find that anywhere else. And they all shoot and act almost exactly the same.
Right.
You're just escalating the weight that you get out of it.
Power, accuracy, shot count, consistency, all for a $300 price point. It really hasn't yet been matched in the industry. I don't see how anybody else can. It's an exceptionally, just really good gun.
Especially on the accuracy side too.
Yeah.
You know, we were shooting out at range day yesterday. We were shooting out at 100 yards, breaking clay pigeons, no problem with it. And even in like 40-mile-an-hour winds.
It's one of those guns that I have a little 4-inch gong at my range, 115 yards.
Right.
And I can take the 25 and I can put 8 for 8 on that all day long. It's just super consistent. And because it's customizable, well, you can just swap bottles out, you can change regs out. There's so many things you can do with it. So if you get it the factory system, you can take it to the next level, tailor it to what you want to do with it, which is awesome.
Yeah, you definitely want to make sure you have a reticle inside your scope that's working well.
Yeah.
Because you can definitely drop it in out there.
Right.
You know, at 100 yards, especially carrying the extra weight, it's absolutely phenomenal.
It's really good.
So.
But that's not all Umarex has. What's some other things you guys want to talk about today?
I think we should probably talk about the hammer.
Well, we're going to tag somebody in on that one?
Yeah, let's tag, where's Steve Kreiner?
Let's get Kreiner over here. We get Kreiner over here, we'll talk about the hammer.
We'll tag him in.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Nice talking to you, Rick.
Mr. Steve, my
What's going on,
friend.
brother? You doing all right?
I'm doing great, man. This is like deja vu, buddy.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been a while.
Kinda stuck to yourself in the sticks.
Yeah, I've been living out there in the boondocks. Yeah.
There you go.
Not like you out there killing all kinds of stuff with the hammer.
I've been going a lot this year.
Yeah. And this is the production model, right?
Yes,
this
sir.
is the real deal right
Yep,
here.
that's the real deal.
So it's not vaporware.
Nope.
It's not powder. It's not mysteriously. I was going to do a joke.
It's live.
I was going to do a joke at range day and just have nothing on the rest and say, look, I'm shooting a hammer. But
Yeah,
I
well,
can't
you know.
do that.
Well, you know, that's one thing. So I do hear these little jokes and I hear people saying, but one thing about the hammer, as a spokesperson or a Dorsey for Umarex, you know, we want it right and we want it good. We all remember the past in air guns in the industry. You know, it's pretty simple to throw anything on the market.
Right.
And we want a gun that we can throw on the market that you don't have to send to a tuner the minute you get it home.
Absolutely, man. Preach it, brother. And that, you know, when I was at range day, that's exactly the point I hit. I'd rather them take their time and put something out that was done right the first time than to rush something to market that's having to go back and back and back. It doesn't really hit the performance and accuracy and durability that we're going to expect.
And it has to be that way because when you have a big bore air gun of this caliber and this quality, you want it right the first time.
And this is no joke. We're talking 700 foot-pounds, 50 caliber.
Yep.
I mean, this is not a 177 plinker in the backyard.
No.
This is for taking serious game.
This is a big boy. This is, I tell everybody, this is the Barrett of air guns. I mean,
that's a good description.
You're able to deliver energy with this that you cannot with any other production air gun.
Yeah.
And for me as a hunter and as a professional hunter, when I go out to do a job, I need to get it done.
Yeah.
And I will say with a hammer, up to date, I've been able to get my job done.
That's awesome, man. Well, I cannot wait till this comes in. I've got some coyotes that are going to wish that I never got this gun.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, there's a lot of stuff running around the U.S. right now that wish I didn't get it.
All right, man. Well, we're going to talk about some more stuff here with Umarex.
Good seeing you.
Thank you. Appreciate
Take
it, man.
care.
Have a good one. All right, JB.
Hey, Rick.
Good to see you again, my friend.
You too.
And you've got some even more cool stuff here at the Umarex booth.
Yeah, I didn't have it all out in the range yesterday. You got to hold back a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. You got to tease a little bit and then bring it out. I got it. I understand.
Yeah.
Now this one is, if you're going to stay relevant in springers, what do you got to do?
Innovate.
You got to innovate and you got to get multi-shot. You got to get that rolling. And this looks pretty cool. When I envisioned a multi-shot air gun in my mind, this is actually what I had envisioned. Was an underlever with a magazine that sat low with a push probe. So you guys actually either read my mind or got hold of my papers. I don't know which one it was, but either way, I don't care because, yeah, this is actually what I had envisioned with a multi-shot gun.
Yeah.
So this, the idea that you've got the fixed barrel, you have that accuracy, inherent accuracy, you're using the same mags. I'm telling him, doing his job here. He's using the he's using the same mags, same style mags they use on the Gauntlet.
Yep.
I mean, am I missing anything?
You're fully shrouded barrel even.
Okay, there you go.
Right? 177 caliber only right now.
Okay.
And $169.99.
There you go. So price points below 200, 177. Bigger calibers, maybe 22.
We'll see what the future
right.
holds. We got a lot of things in the works. It's just unique. I mean, it's the inside. You know, you got a piston.
Yeah.
How do you get the probe to move and still cock the piston? And then,
Well, I don't know. I'm not an engineer.
well, nor am I. But so that's, you know,
That's the secret sauce?
Airflow boost technology. That's
Okay.
all I'm going to tell you right
Okay.
now. And then that affects air movement.
Sure,
When
I
you
got
have
you.
all that working mechanism, so then you've got possibly a velocity problem.
Yeah.
And then you got to solve that. So there may or may not be some patent pending stuff in there that I'm not going to talk about either.
Right.
So at least get this up to 1,000 feet per second.
I heard actually that your target was like lower, and then when you got it built, you actually superseded your target by a fair percentage.
Who have you been talking to?
I heard something that this is like a true, honest to goodness 1,000 foot per second gun.
It is.
That'll be on. That'll be awesome. The idea that you're going to have more multi-shot options on the market, that's just good for consumers.
Inline accuracy, 12-round repeater.
Yeah, that's very, very cool.
Yeah.
So squirrels, rabbits, and tin cans beware.
Look out.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially with the Ruger 1022.
Let's get that next. So I got to play with this a little bit at range day, and this is like an actual Ruger replica. There's been other air guns that sort of mimicked the shape and function, but this is the actual deal.
Actual officially licensed. So physiques, almost the weight, pretty close.
It actually has great weight.
Yeah, and it's real close. You'll see a rail on top. Now it's not going to come with the rail. You'll have to buy that yourself, but it's tapped for it.
Yeah, so it has, and any Ruger 1022 rail will work, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so it's actually tapped just like a regular Ruger 1022. It's got your flip-up sights just like a Ruger 1022.
Yep.
And it's got the same type of mag. I think this one kind of did like this.
Push
and
forward, pull it out.
There you go.
And you pull this little lever back, and that comes out.
Yep.
So
and you can get extra of those.
10 rounds. You can buy more of these. Push it forward. Well done, don't you think?
There you go. I mean, it is, if you like Ruger 1022s, I have a couple of them.
I imagine.
This is great. And if you have like a youngster, you want to take your 1022 out, want to have your youngster have something very, very similar, there you go. You've actually got something that goes really well together. That's a really cool deal. Now, the one thing you showed me the other day at range day, I'm going to show them here.
Okay.
Is this little doohickey.
Yeah. Just twist, pull the butt pad off.
Got to get it all the way open.
Your Allen wrench.
There it is.
We're located right inside it.
2 CO2s in the butt. Tighten it up,
Your screw.
and you're all set.
It's all contained.
And so, as I said many, many times, I don't know how many times I've lost those doggone Allen keys in the pistols or whatever. To have it built in is really, really smart. So I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So-
650 feet per second.
Okay.
CO2 powered. Just kind of like that 650 Air
Yeah.
Magnum.
Yeah. It is very, very nice. It feels nice too. It feels just like a Ruger 1022. If you like this kind of gun, this will be great. Trigger pull wasn't terrible either. I don't know if it's not charged, is it?
It's not charged.
Okay.
Right.
So now you said it was had a harder second stage. It is, harder than if you single cock it, but it's not bad.
So much nicer there. About 3 pounds.
I don't find that terrible compared to what I've shot other things.
Yeah.
I think if you're plinking tin cans, that's going to be perfectly acceptable.
Your youth may have a hard time with it that way,
But the fact that you can single cock it, that makes all the difference in the world. That's very, very cool.
So we expect to see this under many Christmas trees this year.
Yeah, and what do you think this stuff's going to come out?
We're looking at May.
Okay, well that's reasonable. That's like right around the corner.
Right, and $129.99.
Okay, well that's great. I mean, CO2, super flexible. I'm sure it's got decent accuracy. I shot it yesterday, it seemed great.
Yep.
All right, guys, we've seen a ton of stuff here at the Umarex booth. We're about midway through.
Are you serious?
Yeah, midway through.
It's only Tuesday and you're midway.
I only have Ben for one more day. We have to pile it in. Well, we got a few more things we got to take a look at. JB, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Say thanks to the guys for coming out here and talking to you about all this stuff.
I will.
And we got a lot more to show you guys, so stay with us. We got a lot more coming your way.